The Supreme Court has yesterday upheld Obamacare, as Justice Scalia called it, SCOTUS care. The Supreme Court is rewriting laws. Today, they have made another historic call. Same-sex couples can marry now in all 50 states. States must recognize all marriages, and all states, it is now legal to have same-sex marriage. States are required to grant marriage license to same-sex couples and recognize valid same-sex marriages from other states. This is going to change everything. They have now changed the definition of marriage. Okay? That's not really what I'm concerned about. I am concerned about now what this means to you if you believe in traditional marriage. If you believe in the God-ordained sacrament of marriage. What does that mean to you? Stu, give me a couple of things from the decision here.
I'm scanning through one of them.
It just came down a couple of minutes ago.
Just a couple minutes ago. It was a 5-4 decision. Kennedy wrote the decision, which was sort of the expected outcome. And this is not a surprise, we should point out. We've been talking about it for a while, but this is the expected result. It was kind of a question of whether it would be 5-4 or 6-3. Roberts, Alito, Clarence Thomas, and Scalia all dissented. And they
Roberts dissented?
Yes, so it was 5-4. All four of them wrote separate dissents in this case, which is pretty rare. Usually one will write a dissent, maybe two, and the others will join in on it. All four of them wrote separate cases as to why they dissented. Clarence Thomas writes, our Constitution, like the Declaration of Independence before it, was predicated on a simple truth. One's liberty, not to mention one's dignity, was something to be shielded from, not provided by, the state. Today's decisions cast that truth aside. And in its haste to reach the desired result, the majority misapplies a clause focused on due process to afford substantive rights, disregards the most plausible understanding of liberty protected by that clause, and distorts the principles on which this nation was founded. Its decision will have inestimable is that the way to, I can't say that word.
Yes.
Inestimable consequences for our Constitution and our society. I respectfully dissent. That's Clarence Thomas. They all wrote them, though. Alito.
Because this is going to, people don't understand. Right now, today, I guess we can celebrate and say, okay, we can be tolerant. But by tomorrow and the coming days, you will see that that is not what this is going to mean. This is not going to mean diversity. This is not going to mean tolerance. Now, the real key here will be, now that you have gay marriage, will you stop? Will you allow diversity to be diversity? You said this is about love. You said this is about who you love. Is it? Because now it must stop. Now you're on equal footing. Now are you going to say, but I want to crush you and your rights? And that is what's coming. Our churches had better wake up, because game is on now.
Here's Scalia. This is talking about our history. The judiciary is the least dangerous of the federal branches because it has neither force nor will, but merely judgment, and must ultimately depend on the aid of the executive arm and the states, even for the efficacy of its judgments. With each decision of ours that takes from the people a question properly left to them, with each decision that is unabashedly based not on law, but on the reasoned judgment, in quotes, of a bare majority of this court, we move one step closer to being reminded of our impotence.